Welcome to Quick Start Firefall. I'm Hemmorhage, and this is a quick overview of the revamped Melding Tornadoes. This is post-game commentary, and I was running on the Firecat assault frame, which is one of my absolute favorite battle frames inside of Firefall. First thing of note is the melted vortex still being the central part of the tornadoes, followed by the shards that float around the outside like cows from Twister. Melted creatures still spawn at the base of the vortex, however one of the changes is that their spawn rate has been increased. If not checked, you can find yourself being overran rather quickly. Maybe not a game-changing addition, but if you're a new player, it is something that you will want to watch out for. Now, the major change to the tornadoes are the aqua-colored shields that surround a majority of the shards. This greatly lengthens the duration of the tornado encounters, as only one shard is vulnerable to attack. I would say maybe 5 to 8 seconds at a time. You can see me constantly switching targets, as this brings a very natural, unpredictable feel to these open world events. I, for one, am very pleased with the way Red 5 is developing the open world content, as they are not only keeping it dynamic, exciting, and fun, but they are also greatly rewarding you for all of these events that you partake in. A third change that Red 5 brought to the Melted Tornadoes are the melted crystite that drops from the shard remnants that drop on the ground. These remnants have always been part of the tornadoes, but only until recently have they dropped melted crystite, and they drop a lot. I believe from this tornado alone, I accrued, 1,300 melted crystite. This means that the melding pockets are no longer the only place to acquire melted crystite. They also have a chance to drop off of any melted creatures, just not in any significant amount. God love particle effects. Towards the end of the Melding Tornado, a hefty amount of enemies will begin spawning to, a last-ditch effort to do whatever it is tornadoes do, wrecking countryside or kicking people out of Kansas. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for these kinds of things. Once the last shard is destroyed, the core will become exposed and the center vortex will completely dissipate, which means you cannot be knocked back or take damage from being too close to it. Just shoot the core. It'll take a little while, but shoot it, destroy it, and that'll be the end of the main part for the tornado. I did say main part, as there is a little bit of a bonus area after a tornado is destroyed. These occur on every single tornado, and would be this Nova Star looking apparition that spawns right at the base of the former vortex. Tornadoes always give fantastic rewards of crystite, crafting materials, resonator merit point, and usually some kind of blue quality material. I usually enter the epicenter, the melting bubble that spawns after the tornadoes. They have added a little bit of a surprise to these. After loading into the zone, you'll see it in a couple seconds. Previously, these crystal formations that come out of this ground would spawn 2 or 3 nodes that would have like 10 or 20 in each. Now they spawn hundreds of them. I mean, absolute hundreds of them. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's like a field of just awesomeness. Now, each node will have maybe 2 or 3 inside, but you're picking up so many, and they're always high quality, that it's absolutely worth it coming into this area now. I mean, look at how many resources you're getting, and yes, more crystals will continue to spawn. Just break them, and it spawns more of these resources. Now I'm pretty sure I go to leave this leave the bubbles. If you manage to get out of these melting bubbles, you'll get a crystite bonus and you'll get an additional resource bonus. just gotta get them all. Just gotta get them all. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. All right. Now to leave this zone, you have to find this ramp, which is obviously right where I am. Before the wall collapses, the wall will collapse in 3 phases. You'll hear it. It's this whining sound. You probably already heard it. But every time it closes, it will also spawn enemies in the center. Just climb this ramp, and you can eventually reach the exit. Later on, I found out that if you pay attention to the wall twice, you can get a significant amount of resources. I mean, it gives you about 4 minutes. Here's the exit, as you see. It's oh, and I guess I was planning on using this footage. I don't know why. Let's just sit up here. I'm gonna record this, and it's gonna be cool. As you can see, the wall does continue to collapse, and you better get your butt out of. Getting blown up. Get out of there. And finally, once you exit the melting bubbles, it will spawn you back where you were previously, and not back at Copacabana or, for some reason, Hydrocore. Alrighty, that was the Melding Tornado. I'm Hemmorhage. This is Quick Start Firefall. Learn it, love it, see you in game.